So God is looking for somebody who knows I don't have the qualifications, but I need to enter. I don't have anyone I know from anywhere, but I need to get access. I don't have anybody who can take me to somebody, introduce me to somebody. I'm here to decree your name will be in offices where your feet have never entered. So I'm looking for an army of non-entities, people who are nothing. It doesn't matter whether it's Ekten, Nigeria, Ikeja, or it is Mashingo, Zaka. It doesn't matter. I'm looking for somebody with no pedigree. So God is looking for dogs. Hear me well. And the Bible says, you shall not give the children's bread to dogs. So dogs are people that are lower, of a lower social stratification. God says that's what I'm looking for now. Now it says here that leapeth his tongue as a dog leapeth, him shalt thou set by himself. Likewise, everyone that boweth down upon his knees to drink. And the number of them that leapeth put their hand to their mouth with 300 men. But all the rest of the people bow down upon their knees to drink water. 20,000, 10,000. Now God is looking for something. And the Lord said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that leapeth like dogs will I save you. So God is looking for somebody who knows I don't have the qualifications, but I need to enter. Sir, I became the largest stakeholder in the prophetic, and I just come down from Zaka here, Mashingo. Yet you can never mention the prophetic without Uebert Angel's name getting in. Both haters and lovers, they agree on one thing. When it comes to the prophetic, I can miss lunch, I can miss breakfast, but I can't miss prophecy. Why? Because I had no qualification, and my lack of qualification qualified me. And Gideon said to the Lord, you are choosing me. I am from the weakest clan, and I'm the least in my father's house. Gideon said, no, you can't choose me. I'm the least in my father's house, number one. Number two, when it comes to clans, I'm from the weakest clan. My family is poor in Manasseh, and I'm the least in my father's house. So God begins to use a man called Gideon from the weakest clan, who is the least in his house, and lost 20,000 soldiers, and they went to 10,000 soldiers until he was left with only dogs. It is God's modus operandi to use people that look like nothing, act like nothing. They seem like they are from families who are nothing, and God transforms them into powerhouses in the kingdom. I don't know if God say, come here, you come, follow, son, follow. So you are in the line like this. He can think he is the first. And this one will think he's the second. But you never know with God. God will be with this side and say, turn around. So I don't know if you are hearing what I'm talking about. So there are majors in the realm of the spirit. People who look like nothing, acted like nothing, seemed like nothing, that God begins to lift. If there is only one person who says, I do not care how I was born. I don't care how I failed A level, how I failed O level, how I only entered in grade 7 or standard, whatever. The idea is the qualification of God is not as men choose. See, the season we are in now is what we call the ember months. Most people die between in this month, September, October, November, December, because we call them the ember months. And see, this is where we get more birth and more deaths. Teach us. The reason is simple. Because we do not have a lot of men that have risen in our villages, in our cities, in our regions and in provinces, in our countries, who say, I am the gatekeeper of this nation and the gatekeeper of this village. Let me explain. Right now, your focus it should be on this verse that says, because of ignorance, my people perish. Then he also says, we are not ignorant of his devices. That means we know the tactics and the apparatus of the enemy. But when we know this, we have a problem. This is what we call embryonic theologue. Tension in the text in theology. If you skipped school, I can't help you. But today is for people who didn't go there, who just need the qualification of Jehovah. Am I talking to somebody? A man called Tommy Hicks. Nothing. He was just a man like you. Sir, are you here? In his room, he decided, God, I'm going to do 40 days, 40 nights. No eating, just drinking water. 40 days, after 40 days, 40 nights. He waited on the 40th day as he finished his fasting for God to appear and an angel to appear. God did not talk. He revived his body again. He said, I'm starting 40 days and 40 nights. Another one. He did another one. God did not speak. You play around with God, eh? God didn't speak nothing. He said, God, I'm going again for 40 days and 40 nights. After 40 days and 40 nights, are you still here? After 40 days and 40 nights, an angel stood. Said, now you have gotten through. Now go to Argentina. I will give you a name, Juan Perón. Go and see him. He will finance the gospel and you preach in Argentina. He said, no, sir, I'm going. Yes, sir. He went to Argentina. He arrived there at the airport. He signed a board. Juan Perón, I'm looking for Juan Perón. He doesn't know where Juan Perón is. Another man said, sir, are you mad? He said, no, I don't know. God appeared to me and gave me that Juan Perón will pay for my crusade. He said, I don't know, sir. What do you mean? He said, Juan Perón is the president. He said, and he's a dictator. He will kill you. And he has signed that the gospel will not be preached in Argentina. So you are not licensed. You are going to talk to him to finance. That's. He said, sir, just tell me where he stays. Tommy Hicks. They said, there is the place. He went there. He stood outside. And the guard pointed a gun at him. Said, I'll shoot you. Where are you going? I want to see Juan Perón. I'm Tommy Hicks. Said, look, I'm the closest guard of the president. So since I'm the guard of the president, the closest guard of the president, guess what? I'm going to allow you to see the president on one condition. I'm sick here. Pray for me. And when you pray for me, guess what? If I get healed, I'll get you to see the president. So the president does not see people. For the last 3 months, he has not seen a person. Not met anyone, not even his cabinet. He is not seeing them. They opened it for him. He got in. Sir, said, come on at this time, this date. And when you come at this time, at this date, guess what? We're going to give you the power to see the president. We're going to see the power. He went in there. The moment he got to see the president in, guess what? The president, by the door, he said, come in. He entered, and Juan Perón has lepers everywhere. He said, this is why they have not seen me for 3 months. They have not seen him for 3 months because of what I see. What you see now. Look at my face. I will give you the permission to preach. If only, hear this, if only you heal me now. If you don't heal me now, I'll kill you. Sir, you need to have gotten in. And when you get in, sir, it will be easy. Hear this. He locked himself for what? 120 days. So he was backed by the parliament of heaven. And as he laid his hands, he extended his hand. Tommy Hicks extended his hand. And Juan Perón's skin became clear as a baby. He stood up, healed, and said, now I'm giving you the license to minister around all Argentina. He said, thank you, sir. So where do I start? He said, Atlantic Stadium, 25,000 seater. You start. You're going to do days there. And guess what? Because you healed me, I will be there. Listen to me. And my vice president will be there. And the whole cabinet will attend. If nobody attends, they will be fired. This is the dictator, sir. In the stadium, he goes, it's full to capacity, and outside, 4 times the number inside. So he had 100,000 outside and 25,000 inside. 125,000, including the president and his cabinet and the vice president. I used to share. His ministering, healings happened, and he went back to America. Guess what he did? From America, he had now confidence that I came from Argentina. I made the president to be. He flew to Russia. And in those days, Stalin was the president, was the leader. He said, I'm looking for Stalin. This time he didn't wait for a vision. He said, if I had a vision for Juan, I have a vision for Stalin. He got access to Stalin. You know Stalin. Do you know Stalin? He ended there. He said, sir, allow me to preach. He said, no, not here. Here we have a rule that no one preaches. He said, yes, but you are the one who made the rule. You can make the rule to change it. He said, it will never happen. You need to leave now. He said, sir, your wife has a problem with leukemia. He said, how do you know? He said, I can heal your wife now. And you give me the license. Healed the wife. And he said, now you preach for 3 months. You have access to Russia. He went on the stage, stood on the stage like this. As he stood on the stage like this, he started saying, Jesus is the Lord of Russia. And the interpreter said, sir, I will not interpret. The Lord is Stalin. He repeated, the Lord Jesus Christ is the Lord of Russia. The lady refused. Now he can't preach, he can't speak Russian, he can't do nothing. The interpreter is not translating. He shook the interpreters. This is why you are here. Say what I'm saying. The interpreter spat on him, boom, and stormed off. The moment she hit the floor, from the stage to the floor, Tommy Hicks, Gavaristo, hey, he began to speak Russian. For over an hour, he was speaking fluent Russian, preaching in Russian. After the preaching, Russian is gone. He's about to leave the stage. When he goes the stairs, he disappears. They find him in another town. He's booking a stadium. Sir, this God of yours, if he's lower than witchcraft from your family, it is not Christianity. Christianity at its lowest level should be greater than witchcraft. What is this that was in Tommy Hicks? Simple. He invested the hours, shut the door, and began to speak from a certain stage. He said, God, I'm about to move. I need 300, sir. If I can have only 300, sir. Even in this church now, in the branches around the world, in those branches around the world, if I can have only 300 that say, prophet, I'm willing to be a diehard for this vision. I'm willing to be a diehard in the trenches. I will dig with you. I will follow. I will do whatever it takes. And guess what? I will never be moved. I'm here to announce that God is not looking for your curriculum vitae. He doesn't care whether you went to A level, you read agriculture at university, or read accountants or medicine at school. It doesn't matter. This revival for 300 requires you to not even have the qualification. Your lack of qualification is your qualification. I'm here to talk to somebody who is ready to be qualified by God, not to qualify themselves.
A good news world with Uebert Angel, provoking a reaction and always worth hearing.